Hello Flosstube, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday, June 25th, 2023, and I am filming it today. It's been kind of a week, and I'm excited to be back. This is Flosstube 50, everybody. Can you believe it? So super excited. I had said I might try to do a live, and ultimately I actually have some work I have to do, and I thought this was just going to be the easiest way for me today. So that is what we're doing. Next week I am going to get back to pre-recording earlier and having the Flosstube up first thing in the morning on Sunday. It's just been a crazy few weeks. If you are a paper crafter, part of the reason this week has been crazy for me is I have a new collection with spellbinders coming out here soon-ish. It's finalized and I'm doing samples. So I've had a lot of sample making on top of regular work. And so it's exciting and fun, but just a lot of stuff going on here behind the scenes. As I mentioned, this is episode 50, and we're going to have a red, white, and June trunk show. I'm going to share the few cross-stitch and quilting patriotic themed projects I have already. I'm not going to share everything styled. I will share that in next week's video prior to the 4th of July here in the US. Because I'm still working on kind of styling and putting things up, and I hope to have, or add, I should say, the finish for our Flossiversary summer sal into that decor. So those photos will be next week, but I am going to do the trunk show today and share previous projects. I don't have as many. I don't know if I thought I had a lot. I have a lot I want to do, as is always the case, isn't it? But I do want to share like quilts and little cross-stitch pillow finishes and things like that. So thank you to everyone who is coming back for another week. And I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We have quite a few new subscribers, and every subscription helps. We are getting very, very close to 100K here on my channel, and I am super excited for that celebration and all of the giveaways and other things that will entail. As always in my video, timestamps will be below so that you can jump to the section that you're most interested in if you don't have time to sit through the whole video. And I do work really hard to link everything I talk about if I have a link for it. If I'm missing something, definitely shoot me an email or comment down below and let me know. Or I might just not have a source. But I do try to add those links for you guys. So let's jump into today's episode. Q&A and / comments. The first thing, this is more of a comment. I had said in last week's video when talking about the Halloween zipper charms from Cherry Chick, I said I figured she'd restock those, and she did comment. Thank you so much. And the Halloween and Christmas charms will be restocked along with some fun new additions. So that's super exciting. Thank you for letting me know. Sleepless for way too long. Talking about overdyed floss is color and cotton silk floss. No, it is cotton floss. Color and cotton. This is more of a comment than a Q&A, but I will put a link to this. Color and Cotton has made a create chart thread pack with the colors that they worked for me for the rainbow pack, and they have curated that, and it is available on their website, but it is not in stock at the moment. Sign up to be notified when it's back in stock. I've signed up to be notified when it's back in stock, so I can let you guys know on Facebook, on social, and on like Instagram, here, all of the places. But I will put a link down below. The best thing to do is to click to be notified. This question, and I forgot to put who asked it. This is off the subject, but would you mind telling me what color eyeshadow you're wearing? In last week's video, I was wearing, it's a ColourPop palette, and I believe it's one for Target. I don't know if ColourPop sells it on their website. I didn't look. I just picked mine up at Target. It was called Plum Season, and it's a really good plum. I have another palette from ColourPop that is, I would call them more springy purples. So very, very lavender. I felt like the plum, the one that I wore last week, is a little bit more geared towards neutral, which is what I wear most of the time, is neutrals. And so I really, really liked it. Karen, you have probably answered this question before, but what storage unit shelves are you using for your fabric? These are the IKEA Billy bookshelves, both in the wider version and the skinnier version for the corner unit. Plus I have another corner unit around the side, in between like two of the bigger ones. I have a very small room, a small space for crafting, and it is for work and for my other hobbies and crafts. And so I try to utilize as much space as possible. The great thing about these bookshelves is that these bolts, these fabric organizer bolts for fabric, and also the bins fit on them. They're 10 inches deep, I believe. And so this all works really, really well. Leanne, do you stitch in a hoop? If so, what hoop do you prefer? I don't stitch in a hoop. I stitch in hand. Sandy, did you get your Patriotic decor up? Will you do a home tour craft room? ? I'm going to start with, did I get my Patriotic decor up? Working on finishing that, as I mentioned earlier in the video, and I will share those photos in next week's video. Craft room tour, it won't be anytime soon. I have tried for 1.5 years to get that done, and I just haven't. When I've had my room clean, and right now, what you see is misleading. I'll just be completely honest. It is a disaster. Such is life. That's all I'm going to say. It is, I get this comment a lot. I don't know how you get so much done. I do get a lot done, but there are some sacrifices, and one of them is this room is a disaster, and it is just a mess right now. I was gone. I've not completely cleaned up from being gone. I film video tutorials in here, so I have lighting equipment and video camera equipment, and this is a very small space. So it is on my agenda to get that done. I cannot promise when that will be. I'm working on it. I know that is something that people really want to see. And so I need to move that to the top of my priority list. And I really need to move it to the top of my priority list before September, which is my biggest work month, which will start in August. Like the work for September will start in August. So I definitely will move that to the top of my list, because I know a lot of people would like to see my space. And I have to be honest, not only do I want to clean it up for the video, I can't stand to be in here most of the time. It is painful. It is not fun to be in a room that is this cluttery, messy, boxes of product, things spilling out, towers of crap. just to let you guys know. So I definitely will work on that. Brenda, I have to ask, is I think what she meant is color and cotton, and I think Weeks Dye Works great to stitch with. Do you compare to, she says Color Works, but I think Classic Color Works, I think. They're all overdyed floss. So yes, you can mix and match all of those. A lot of designers mix Weeks and Classic Color Works, so mixing in color and cotton would be just the same. And a lot of designers mix the overdyes with DMC. Lorene, are you going to make a special project bag for the new Sal? I don't know. Maybe. I have a couple of ideas. It just depends on if I can get those executed. It would not be at the start of the Sal, though, I don't think. I mean, I would have to try to get it done within the next week, and I still have to finish filming the finishing tutorial for the Flossiversary, because something I ordered is not being delivered till Monday. So that will be my Monday plan, and then Tuesday to edit at some point, and then it's scheduled for Wednesday evening. So I don't know. Maybe. I'll leave it with that. Maybe. I will let you guys know, and I will post on the Facebook group, and I will post on YouTube, if I get that, because I did post that there will be some bonus content during the sale, which I will talk about when we get to the Christmas in July sale information. Is color and cotton and overdyed floss like classic color works in weeks? And yes, it is. And I did not put who asked that question either. I have not been doing a very good job with that. And that is it for Q&A this week. If I have missed your question, please drop it down below. Patriotic Parade. So I have 2 quilts and then a few cross stitch and a quilted pillow to share with you, I think. Oh, and a little table topper that I use as well, which I made years ago. So let's start with the quilts. This is actually, let me make sure I have no dogs underneath my chair before I move it. This one is the Fig Tree Quilts Seasonal Patchwork. And I had it quilted months ago, and do you think that I have trimmed off the excess or put the binding on? I haven't. It is just a smallish quilt. I don't have the measurement right here, but I love it. It's all in Bonnie and Camille fabrics. It's more in an aqua colorway than a traditional, but I love those little flags. I love the aqua. And my plan was to hang this on the ladder. So I need to add the binding to this week. Well, I need to trim off all this excess and put the binding on. And then the back, I actually didn't have a big enough piece of this floral print. So what I did was I made some extra blocks and kind of pieced it in. I really made this one work. I used every bit of this floral material or fabric, and I just kind of made it work. And then I do have a little label there. So that is my first one. That is not quite finished, but almost. And this was quilted by Knot and Thread, which I have linked to many times. Caitlin is awesome, and she does great quilting. You are looking for a quilter. I'm going to do my other, well, let's do what's on top first. Okay, so the little pillows I shared that my friends and I made when we had our weekend, this is the little flags pattern. It's a mini quilt pattern from Fiji Mama Quilts, but on Etsy, pardon me. But I actually just did, because I think it was like 4x3 for the little mini wall hanging. I did a 3x3. I also put in some fabric, some borders and things, and I made a little mini quilt, and I mixed and matched fabric. I should say that. Some is my mind's eye. It's a lot of sweet water, and I did a very beachy vibe to match the quilt. I'll show you here in a minute. I did a hidden zipper. I must have only had a gray zipper when I made this, but I always do this little flap. And it has a pillow insert in it. I believe this is a 16-inch pillow, but I absolutely love it. I quilted this myself in my favorite little 1-inch crosshatch quilt design. And so it's really fun to like tuck into a basket or on your couch or whatever, but I really love it. I did this last year. In fact, funny story, I remember cutting up this fabric while I was watching the Johnny Depp trial coverage on YouTube. So there's my memory for that. That's a really odd memory to have, isn't it? Next quilted project. I made this up. Well, I didn't make up the blocks. They're from a Lori Holt book. I cannot remember which one. Made this probably 10, 12 years ago, maybe. Maybe not that long, maybe 9 years ago. But I used this pinwheel pattern with, it's a Lori Holt, like I mentioned, and I did 4 blocks. And then I put them together to make this little table topper, which I put in the center of my kitchen table, and then I put decor and stuff on top of it. It's super cute. All the fabric is Sweetwater. I really, really vibe with the Sweetwater Patriotic fabric. I love it. I find that if you want a good navy, sometimes that's hard to find in collections, so I really, really liked it. And like I said, the My Mind's Eye had a good one too. I have it on the back of some pillows. I'll show it in a minute, which was a year or two ago, but they had another good one this year. So that's just my little table topper. I did this. I also quilted this. It's probably easier to see here on the back. I don't know, 2 inches apart crosshatch. Crosshatch is my go-to. The binding is terrible because I was learning. I mean, it's not the worst I've ever seen, I guess. The corners aren't great, but I love it. I still love it. So I love getting that out every year, and that's one I've had for a little while. And I don't think I've ever shown it here, so that's fun. I'm pretty sure I've shown all the rest of these. Let's do my big quilt. This is the Thimble Blossom Stars and Stripes, and I did this last year. And this is a combination. I used fabric from my stash, and then I did buy the backing fabric, which is a My Mind's Eye fabric. I love this collection, but I wanted mine pretty beachy. There is some navy in it. But this is, you guys probably have seen this pattern if you are a quilter. She has a lot. Really awesome. But mine, I tried to kind of I have some red and navies, but then I have some beachier. This beautiful wavy print, again, quilted by Caitlin of Knot and Thread. I love the wave because I feel like for the flag, it looks gorgeous. So this lives on the back of my couch. It's great for snuggling up in the air conditioning. I'm always cold. I know I've mentioned that before. I did turn up my air conditioner, but then I got too hot, so it's a struggle. And here is my quilt label in the back. It's all, I didn't do any piecing. It's all solid, but I did piece in this label from Sweetwater. And I really love this quilt. This is a great, easy quilt. There are no like half square triangles or flying geese or anything. It's basically strips. Strips and sashing and borders. Highly, highly recommend this pattern if you are wanting to learn to quilt, because you can see it's just rectangles and strips. Very easy and super pretty. So if you're looking for a fun patriotic quilt, this is a great one. Let me just fold this up. So that is the quilting projects I have. I really wanted to get to something in summer memories. I may still try to start something this year. It won't get done for this year, but this summer has gotten away from me. So my son and I went out to eat yesterday, and we got Asian food, and the gal there knows us because some combination of us, like he and his dad will go, or he and I will go, or we'll all go. And so she always recognizes us. And we were talking about the summer and vacations and just how the summer has gotten away. Okay, I did share this in one of my very first Flosstube videos last year because this is something I finished when I came back to cross stitch. So this is my Pledge of Allegiance little pillow, and I also did a hidden zipper for this. It's a pretty good size, stitched on Aida, 2 colors of floss. And this is something I had started years ago and finished. I think I finished stitching it 4 or 5 years ago. And then I fully finished it last year. So it was one of those whips or finishes that it's hung out around for a while. And this was from a cross-country stitching magazine from like the 90s, I believe. And I did give that away, so I don't have it anymore. But absolutely love it. This is an Aida that I'm sure I got at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Kind of that oatmeal-ish color. Does make a great pillow. Super love it. This is some of the My Mind's Eye fabric in the navy that I was talking about that I love. I love that collection. So there is one of my projects. And again, you can see that's a pretty good size pillow. Like if we would hold it next to my 16-inch pillow, you can see it's a pretty good size. All right. And then my final 3 cross stitch projects. So I really don't have that many. That's why I'm excited to have my full finish of my hard Flossiversary finish. Is I stitched all 3 of these Primrose Cottage little postage stamps last year, called for floss. I stitched them on 25 count mushroom Lugana, and then I did finish them with that same fabric. I only think I had a fat quarter of this, and I made the most of that fabric, but super cute. And these go in a display in my kitchen, and I will show you guys those. At least that's what I did last year, but we'll see. But I absolutely love them. I was second guessing. Emily of Primrose Cottage curated a floss pack that's a little more of that beachy vibe, like my Stars and Stripes quilt. And I thought, oh, should I re-stitch them in those colors? And of course, these were still put away at the time. So when I got these out, I was like, oh no, I still love them. I did just stitch them shut at the bottom. It's not my nicest work ever. I was just starting to finish, but they tuck into things. You don't really see it, so I'm okay with it. I didn't do anything fancy, no trims. I hadn't really delved into trims when I was finishing these Patriotic things last year, and that's okay too. I love them. So that is it for my Patriotic parade. I will show you all of my decor and how I style everything in photos next week. Finishes. So I only have one finish, and I do have a little stitching left to do on it, but we're going to count it as a finish. I finished the Flossiversary Summer Sal. I forgot to pick up one of my colors. I looked everywhere thinking you for sure have this color. I don't. So I have to run to the store later and get it. I was stitching and combining Stars and Stripes Forever with Red, White, and Bloom. I've only left out of the stitching, pardon me, this little floral underneath the basket. Changing fabric, world of difference, y'all, because I was struggling stitching this when I picked the wrong color, which we talked about last week. I just have a little bit left in the Forever, the one blue color I didn't have. This is stitched on 32 count Salt Bush by Fox and Rabbit. I love it. Look at how the white pops on here. I did stitch my top border. I stitched Stars and Stripes. That's from the Stars and Stripes chart. Then this is Red, White, and Bloom, the basket. And then Forever and the bottom border are from Stars and Stripes. Now, I want to reiterate that if you stitched on 32 count or a higher count fabric, so your stitch is smaller, it should fit on the finishing board, which I am finishing mine on the Chantal 141 Plentiful Pocket. We're going to mount the stitch here. That's what the finish will be. This is the packaged one that is going to be, or that's in the giveaway for this week. Not in this video. The giveaway for the Sal in the Facebook group. Mine is already, I'm starting the finish of it, so I won't share that. But it makes a pocket. I'm going to tuck some fun picks and things in, and then my stitch fits right on there because I wanted a hardback finish, and I also want to use this for more than just the Easter, and it's going to work basically for every season. I have a feeling I'm going to eventually have this, I have a finish on this for everything because I really, really love it. You could even change out if you attach this on your press-on board and fabric or whatever and attach it with magnetic washers. You could switch it out depending on how you finish this. So I'm excited to share the finishing tutorial with you guys for that. And I stitched 2 over 2, and the DMC, all with DMC, and the colors I used are listed down below in the description. But super pretty, very happy with it. And I stitched it fast. Once I gave myself permission to change fabric, I was much, much happier. And that is it for finishes this week. This will probably be a finish this evening, but so far, this is a whip. So the other thing I stitched on this week, Land That I Love by Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is a companion piece. I'm making this into a little pillow to match. Also stitched on 32 count Saltbush. and I am stitching one strand over 2. I wanted to try it to see if I liked how my stitches laid a little bit better. I do. I have most of this half done. I need to fill in the light green in the leaves and the white in the center of my flower. I did switch some of the colors on this, and I will have those listed down below. And I'm sorry I didn't iron it because I was working on it. And it's still on this huge piece of fabric. I didn't even cut it down yet. I'm going to finish this, like I said, into a little pillow, and I have a really fun idea for how I want to do that. So super excited for that one. All right. That's all I worked on. That's all of that. I mean, I did start working on the backer board, but I worked a lot this week, so that's fine. Okay, let's see what I got next. The Flossiversary Summer Sale, I do have links to all the weekly Stitch With Me down below. So if you kind of want to see the progress, hear all the things, you can always see the chat from those evenings down below. I want to remind everyone that the finishing video will be Wednesday, July 28th at 7 p.m. Central Time. It will be pre-recorded and edited, but I will be live in the chat. So it's a red, white, and June. So it's not gone as great as I had hoped, but there's still a few days left this week, and I am going to do my very best to stitch and finish. I want to finish the 2 things that I have going, and then I would love to start one more in the Summer Memories book, and then I do have a 4th of July start. So my plan, even though we're going to do Christmas in July, our Christmas sale starts July 5th, Wednesday, July 5th. We're going to keep with the Wednesday schedule. That works pretty well for my schedule and hopefully for yours. So I'm actually going to stitch Patriotic through the 4th, which is obviously the day before. So I'm going to keep stitching, and I hope I can get a couple more things finished in that time. Even though I didn't get to work on this week, I just want to remind you, the Summer Memories book, when I am finished with the Freedom Flowers, I think I'm going to do either the cherry tree or the ship. I really like the ship. I think it's going to be that one. I am stitching on this Pewter 32 count linen from Color and Cotton. And I just want to give a shout out to the viewer who let me know that this handle is wrong and wonky. I have not pulled it out yet. That's on my agenda this evening when I finish my other little pillow. So I'm going to pull that out, and this is going to be the first thing I finish because I really want to get that one done. So just kind of going to wrap up the red, white, and June and like what my plans are and what realistically I can get done. So I'm going to finish that. The other thing that I'm going to finish before starting anything new, because I don't think this will take very long, it stitches quick. I didn't get to touch this week either. My Home Sweet Home by Brenda Gervais, which I love. It stitches fast. I'm stitching on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha, pardon me. I did not iron it. It's still rolled up. Look at all the house I got. Did I show that last week, or did I get that stitched this week? I didn't go back and look. Anyway, surprisingly, the house stitches super fast. It'll be this or the Freedom Flowers. I probably should finish Freedom Flowers because I think I can finish that first, but this will be quick as well. And I hope to finish both of these. So those are the 2 things that after the Flossiversary projects are my priority. I would like to finish those by the 4th. If I get anything else started, great, whatever, happy, good job, Nichol. And whatever for that part. But I did choose I keep coming back to this, so this is going to be my 4th of July start, and it will be my last Patriotic new start for the year. And that is Be Sweet by Annie Bees, mostly because this can go into bee decor, so I will likely start stitching on this in August as well, after the Christmas in July. I did pick this 32 count, it's a Lugana. says limited edition fabric from Color and Cotton. It was one of the fabrics I picked up from Color and Cotton. I think this is what I'm going to use, unless I switch to a 36 or 40 count, which it could happen because I like stitching one strand so much better. But at this point, this is kind of what I bought the fabric for. I'm going to stitch with all the called for, and I'll let you know when I start for sure. I'll share on the 4th because I plan to do that on the 4th and have a cookout with my oldest. My youngest son is going to be on a trip with his dad. I don't know what my other kids are doing, so we'll see. And there's Frank. Oh, I moved my papers. So that is my Red, White, and June kind of plan and wrap up. Okay, Christmas in July Summer Sal 2023. This is going to be the Sleigh Ride Sal 2023. I will put the hashtag. I've been forgetting, so this video will have hashtags. Even if I forget to say it out loud, I will put them along the bottom of the screen. This will be my Christmas in July Sal for this year. We're going to be doing this as a stitch with me, 4 weeks long, with a pre-recorded and edited video at the very end. This is the Jingle Bell Sleigh Ride pattern from Cherry Hill Stitchery, and I do want to talk a little bit about this. So I've had several questions. A couple of people have asked, can this be made into a PDF? This is not my chart, and I know I directed at least one person to go check Deanna's website, Cherry Hill Stitchery, and she talks about doing PDF only charts and how they will not be made into PDF. So I felt very grateful and blessed that I reached out to Fat Quarter Shop when this sold out everywhere else. And I think it is kind of odd that they didn't have this one. It was probably an oversight. I don't know. But I reached out to Fat Quarter Shop and I said, hey, I'm doing a sal. Could you get some of these in stock? And they had them Monday. Elva reached out to me and said, we ordered it. I think Thursday it was in stock at Fat Quarter Shop, and they still have it. And I do want to mention that Fat Quarter Shop is celebrating their 20th birthday. They have 20% off site-wide, excluding yardage through tonight. So if there is something you want, grab it now, including this pattern. It is paper only. Fat Quarter Shop does ship worldwide. So the first thing is, no, this does not come in PDF. I did mention that I do make the effort to do a PDF pattern, but ultimately when I choose to do a sal, it is based on what I want to stitch and what I want to share with you. And for this, I made it really clear in my introductory post on our Facebook group, and I've also put it up on YouTube in the dashboard there, the community page, that I'm influenced more by what I want to stitch than making sure it's PDF or not, because some designers simply don't have PDFs, and I really want to stitch some of those, and I would like to do some stitch-alongs. I also try to switch designers and not do back-to-back, but this really spoke to me. Ultimately, you don't always have to stitch along if it's not your vibe or if it doesn't work out for you. I do want to let you know, if you live in the UK or Australia and you have a local needlework shop, have your local needlework shop reach out to Dinky Dyes, which I'm sure they will know what that is. It's the distributor for her charts. So they can maybe order the charts and get them in. Even if you can't start right at the beginning, if you're super inspired or you're watching the Stitch With Me's later, which I know a lot of people do, and you can join in at any time. I try to have I like to have my sals scheduled, but I'm very lax with, you don't have to stitch right along right as I do. The goal is to have fun with it, and that's my whole goal here. So the first thing is, yes, this is only paper. It is not a PDF, and I just wanted to make mention of that. The second thing is that, what did I want to say? Oh, can the stitch along be another Cherry Hill Stitchery chart for the sal? You can always stitch anything that you want to stitch. But to be considered for the giveaway, it's going to have to be this. And that just makes it fair for everyone who is actually stitching along with this. I do lots of sales, you guys, and so if that doesn't work for you, you don't want to stitch this, you want to stitch the Merry Christmas that I did last year, that's awesome and great. But please note that in order to be considered for the giveaways, it will have to be the actual stitch along. I want to be fair to everyone who is participating in the stitch along. And regarding my sled from last year, which it's packed away, so I didn't bring it out. So maybe I will just put a photo up here. I had someone ask me about it because they wanted to finish it on the small sled from Chantal, which is what I finished mine on. But I do want to caution you because I don't know for sure, and I forgot to ask her. The sled I used was a sled I purchased from Fat Quarter Shop. So Chantal made that sled for Fat Quarter Shop, and they sold it through there. Between her sending those sleds to Fat Quarter Shop and then the sleds in her Etsy shop that are there now, she reconfigured some stuff, and I do not know if the small sled is the same size as the one I finished on. So measure your stitch. Now, I think you can still stitch that Merry Christmas stitch and put it on the sled, but the fabric size may vary. So use the cross stitch calculator when you pick your fabric and kind of determine what size fabric you need or what the finish will be, so you know what size to, or what count, pardon me, fabric to stitch that on. And that goes for this as well. Just make sure that you are measuring everything so that you don't get to the end and are disappointed if your stitch is too big and it doesn't fit on the finishing piece. And then the last thing, no, I actually have two or three more things. I had a lot. I had a question regarding the finishing piece and what size. So I have that, so maybe I should talk about this first. In the Facebook group, I have a post that has all of the details for the SAL, and it is in the featured posts along the top of the page, but Shari and I, my moderator, were working on it this morning, and we've got it so that that post, because it does get buried when I pin things like the winners from each week of the SAL or other little things. We made the Christmas in July the first one you see. So it is in the featured area at the top. If you ever want to see all the featured posts, there is a bubble up at the top. On mine, it's gray, and it says there's lots of things like files, photos, featured. Click featured, and it's going to pop up all of the posts that I have pinned. That's going to be the best way to find information that is important to the group. And I hope that helps, because it was getting a little bit buried. Like the posts are going to get buried from when everybody posts. So I do pin them, but then we pinned the SAL information, so that will always be the first post. I hope that helps. Let me know if it doesn't. We do our best to try to figure that out. The piece we're finishing sleigh ride on is this. This is the large sled from Chantal. Mine is still in the package, so it's going to go right on there. It's going to be very, very cute. This is big. This is a big piece. It's going to, and I am stitching on 28 count because I do want it to be big, but you can stitch it a little bit smaller if you want a little bit more room, but it should fit on here. I'm really excited. I have some fun finishing I'm going to share with you for this, but this is the large size sled. If you want to finish it the way I'm finishing, you will need to get the large sled from Chantal's Etsy shop and this paper pattern. And again, this is in stock at Fat Quarter Shop. So thank you so much, Fat Quarter Shop, for being so supportive. Now, I did put up a post this week. Let me just move. I'm stitching on Vintage Country Mocha, and I do have all my floss colors listed down in the description as well. Probably won't go over that again. Bonus charts for this stitch. So there are a couple of bonuses I am planning on stitching. The first is Sleigh Bells Ring. This is a PDF chart. You can get it at Fat Quarter Shop or Deanna's Etsy shop. If you get it from the Etsy shop, 20% off with my code SPOHRSAL, SPOHRSAL, through the end of the month. That ends July 1st. So that's a PDF that you could get from her shop. I'm going to make mine into a pillow. Just like our Flossiversary, I like a little soft finish when I am sharing or when I'm planning the vignette and how I want to style it. I like a hard finish and then like the sleigh, and then I think it'll be cute to tuck pillows next to that. I do put in this, the other complimentary chart is another paper only chart that is Rudolph's Reindeer Games. And I will email Fat Quarter Shop about this one as well because I know it went out of stock. I think it's still in stock at 123 Stitch. It was when I checked a day or two ago. I am going to stitch this as a pillow as well. I don't know if I'll get this one all the way finished because I'm also a bonus project for our Sal is I am taking this reindeer from this chart and I will put the information down below because I measured it. But in the drop down on Etsy, Chantal has on the sled, so it's going to be the same link as this one. I don't have the small one or I'd show it to you, but there's a drop down. You can get the large, the small, which is a smaller version of this, or the ornament. This is the ornament size. And on the ornament, I am going to stitch this on the same 28 count fabric is what I figured. And I am just going to do the reindeer and do a finish on this, and that will be a bonus video during the Sal at some point. And please know that if you're stitching along with the Sal, and each week I do giveaways through Facebook because you have to share your progress, and that's the easiest way I have to do it. There are going to be giveaways of these finishing pieces. So join our Facebook group if you haven't already. But I wanted to show that to you so you had a good idea. This is one piece. The small and the large are two. And super excited about that. Okay. That was a lot of info. Let me see if I have anything else on my paper. I don't think so. I think that is it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope that answers a lot of your most often asked questions. I think the only thing that I want to ask you guys is, would it be helpful if I did a Q&A like I did for the Flossiversary, where I go live on YouTube and Facebook and you guys can ask me questions? Let me know down below if you would like to see that. I will definitely have one of those sometime next week, where I pop in an evening and you guys can ask anything that you need to know to prepare for our next Sal. Haul. Okay, so I just have a few things today. First thing is I was super inspired when I was watching Kathy of Hands On Designs latest Flosstube, where she was showing her new charts, which I have pre-ordered. I know I showed you that I have the 3 round ornaments, but she has some really fun hexagon, like craft room type finishes. And this pin, they just another button company curated for her, and I purchased that. And while I was there, I'm planning on doing the lemon stitches from Primrose Cottage, so I got those for finishing. And then all of my bee, let's see how many I got. Oh, I just went crazy. So for bee finishing, I got these 2 because I'm going to finish my I Would Rather Be Stitch and Pillow. I hope to have that finished by next week from Primrose Cottage. So I got those because I didn't buy the finishing kit. I'll finish it on my own. And while I was there, they had some cute 4th of July that I've looked at before. Look at that Uncle Sam. Oh my gosh. And the little flag and the little bird. So cute. So I picked up these 2 as well. I might stick them in some of my pillows even because I thought they were super sweet. And then thinking ahead, I did pick up the Halloween I mean, how cute is that little ghosty and the jack-o'-lantern and the bat? And then Christmas, I couldn't resist the reindeer and the peppermint in the tree. So obviously that's thinking ahead, but I figured while I was already there getting this adorable little tomato pincushion, the strawberry and the bird, and then do you even see there is a little pin sticking out of the pincushion? While I was picking that up, I might as well get the other things that were on my wish list, right? So I got all those pins. I'm just going to stick them back in here so I don't lose them. And then also, Kathy shared on her Instagram stories and all of the things. Let me cover up my address on here. I ordered the exclusive kit from Shepherd's Needle. Look at the packaging. The bubble mailer was so cute. Oh, I could just show you the back. So smart. Anyway, so cute. But I ordered the kit, the exclusive kit. You guys probably know this already, that I love everything Kathy does. This is the pattern. And it is this beautiful stitch. And then it's also this cute little basket down here. You get everything, the fabric, the floss, all the finishing. There's pins to stitch both of these, I believe. And then the other bonus that came with this is this corner gauge. And this is the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock, Arkansas. The only place you can get this is from Shepherd's Needle. And this is celebrating 10 years for them. And Kathy designed that for them. It's called 10 the Flock. So if you're interested, definitely visit their website, give them a call. It was just an absolutely beautiful design. The other things, I got my block 6 of the Freezin' Season Club. I've only stitched the first month because I'm behind. That's okay. I just put them all in the bag. I actually think this would be a cute round if I could figure out how to turn this into a round ornament. Maybe leave off the words. I don't know. So there's that. Designed by Annie Bees. And then I think I did mention that I ordered these. I ordered it from Top Knot Stitcher, but Fat Quarter Shop has them as well. This is the Teresa Kogut Love One Another. Let's take it out of the plastic. Not a huge fan of the plastic here. I mean, I like it for keeping things safe. Let's look at it. Oh, this chart's in black and white. Boo. But it's nice and big. So this is the Wisdom chart. I've seen tons of my friends start stitching this and other floss tubers. Very excited about that. I'm going to kit that all up. I don't know when I'll start it, so I'm not going to promise anything there, but I'm going to get it kitted up. And then I also got Teresa's With Thy Hands book. I want to stitch the big piece. I want to stitch all of it, but I want to stitch the big piece. I love that. I also joined Teresa Kogut's Patreon, so there's that. This one is all in color. I just love, love, love it. It's beautiful. So that is my haul this week. I also almost forgot. I actually got 2 fabric bundles from Primrose Cottage, and I thought this one was still available, but if not, check out their fabric bundles. They have curated fabric bundles. This is the watermelon one, which I'm doing the watermelon stitches from Cherry Hill Stitchery. I started one last year, and then I have her ones from this year to do my finishes. I got the watermelon bundle, so check that out. And then I did pick up this bundle as well, like for bee finishes. Oh, super, super cute. So I just wanted to give them a little shout out and check out their fabric bundles. Okay. Yep, that's it. Okay, I have some stitchy mail and then we'll do giveaways. So I got a thank you card from Kathy. So awesome. Thank you, Kathy. I'm going to stick this. I also got a card from Holly. I love the little patchwork feeling of that, and then that wood grain heart. Absolutely adorable. Thank you so much, Holly. And then this is from Christina. She made this beautiful card. She sent some money to help with a giveaway cost because she sent a giveaway for me to give, or to add to my giveaways for you guys. So thank you, Christina. She sent me, oh, I should probably read what she says in her card. Hold on. I don't want to say wrong to you guys. So, because I want to tell you where this store is. The fabric and silk floss is dyed by her LNS. It's called Be Stitch Me in Moline, Illinois. She sells online, but opened a store last year, and her website is, and I'm going to put it down along the bottom of the screen, bestitchme.com, and her name is Brandy, and she said her fabrics and silks are dreamy. So this is the bag she sent me, and dreamy is right, you guys. I'm dying over this. First of all, look at this fabric. This is, let me make sure, this is a 28 count. Look at that color. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely stunning. So this is a 28 count Lugana. I love this. I will for sure stitch something on this. Absolutely gorgeous. And then check out these floss colors. And you guys, I don't actually have any silk floss, so I'm super excited. I feel like I should do a patriotic one with the red and the blue for sure. Look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. This color is Dandelion. This color is Deep Sea. Oh, beautiful. And Garnet. I mean, you guys, these are stunning. Christina, I am just thrilled. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to stitch something with those immediately. Then Christina was so sweet that she sent some for giveaways. These are also hand-dyed silks, so I will give these away as well. This is called Watermelon. How amazing is that? If you're doing a one-color stitch, I think these would be amazing. Venus Flytrap and Bumblebee. And again, hand-dyed silk from Be Stitch Me. I will have a link to that shop down below, and these will be in a giveaway here today. Okay, the next group of things I got are anonymous. So I won't say who sent them, but sent this beautiful card and also sent a gift card. And then I'm going to share all the things that she sent. But again, she wishes to remain anonymous. So just thank you very much for all of these great goodies to share with everyone here. She sent the Stitching with the Housewives Summer. And it's the cute little bag. And then what you get in here is the pattern. It looks like maybe finishing fabric. And you get the 28 count pine board even weave to stitch it on. You would need to provide your own floss. So that is the summer. That will be a giveaway today. She sent the spring. And summer, there is a limited quantity of those still available on Fat Quarter Shop. So definitely check that out if you're interested in purchasing it. Spring is all sold out. So the spring, you get the pattern. You get their finishing fabric and then the pine board 28 count even weave. to stitch it on. You would need, again, to provide your own floss for that, and then the bag. So that will be a giveaway today as well. The Waxing Moon Designs Patriotic Barn Trio. These are darling. That also will be a giveaway today. She sent the Plum Street Samplers Liberty Lodge. Totally keeping this one. I'm going to put this in my patriotic plans for next year. I love this. Let's just move that over to Nichole's stack. My stack for writing thank yous and for keeping. This is the Lori Holt Denim Daisy project bag. It's big, but it's great for big projects. Like if you're a knitter or you have big quilt blocks or whatever, this is awesome. She sent one of these for me to give away. I think I will give that away in a future video. And then she also sent a collection of bee-themed fabric. So stinking cute and pretty. So thank you so much. That is it for Stitchy Mail this week. Let's move on to giveaways. So I never heard from Yolanda, so I picked a new winner from Flosstube 47 for the 14 count vintage Ada. The new winner is Tracy Olila. I'm probably saying that wrong, so sorry. Here's your comment though. Please email me at the email in the description and I will get your prize out to you. Then from Flosstube 48, the winner of the Fat Quarter Shop Stitch Quarterly is Tina Kennett. Congratulations, Tina. Please email me. That is this. You guys know, when I opened that here on Flosstube, super excited about that. So cute. That fabric alone, darling. The winner of the Fat Quarter Shop Hank Chicken Club pattern is Pujagar. I don't know how you say that, but it's your handle here. So please email me and I will get that out to you. The winner of the May Stackables from Fat Quarter Shop is Bethany K. Congratulations, Bethany. And the winner of the Summertime Simply Signs from Fat Quarter Shop is Lisa Doherty. So congratulations, everyone. My email is down in the description below. Email me with your mailing address and I will get those sent out. This week, I have four giveaways for you guys. Sorry, I got distracted. For Flosstube 49, you have until Wednesday, June 28th at 8 a.m. Central Time to still leave a comment for that. So I will have a link to Flosstube 49 down below. This for Flosstube 50, 4 giveaways this week. Please leave a comment by Wednesday, July 5th, 2023 at 8 a.m. Central for a chance to win these. I will pin that in the comments as well, so you guys always know when the giveaway runs through. So first up, and again, these were donated by a generous viewer, the Summer Stitching with the Housewives Quarterly Club. Leave a 1 in the comments. Oh, please be U.S. resident. Please like and subscribe to this video and be over 18 because I do have to ask for your address and answer this question. Are you going to stitch Christmas in July or are you going to continue with patriotic or summer stitching or bee stitching? Tell me what your plans are for July stitching. I would love to hear in the comments. Okay, number 1 is the Stitching with the Housewives Quarterly Club Summer. Put a 1 in the comments if you're interested in that. Put a 2 in the comments if you are interested in the Stitching with the Housewives Quarterly Club Spring. Put a 2. If you would like the Waxing Moon Patriotic Barn Trio, put a 3. This is cute. Waxing Moon has a bunch of these trios. I'm loving that. Put a 3. And number 4, if you would like the hand-dyed silk floss from Be Stitch Me that was donated by a generous viewer, put a 4 in the comments. Okay, everyone, I think that is it for this week's episode. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Please do come back for the finishing tutorial on Wednesday evening, just to chat with us all and see how it all comes together. I would love that. I do want to thank 2 of my viewers have already sent their stitches in. They won for the pillow finishing that I am doing. That was a giveaway that I did for the Flossiversary Summer Sal, and the 3rd one's on its way, I believe. So if you sent that to me, I am going to be emailing you today to kind of iron out how you want that finished, and then I'm going to get those done. I probably will get them photographed because I would like to get those done and then mailed off early this week. I don't want to wait until next weekend. It just depends on how that goes. But I would like to get those back to them so they can enjoy them for the 4th of July. But that reminds me too, I do some really good giveaways. I want to tell all of you right now, if you are doing the Christmas in July, the Sleigh Ride Sal 2023, I already have scheduled all of the giveaways, and those posts are all scheduled to go live because I didn't do that very well with the Flossiversary. I was having to do it last minute. All of that is ironed out. All of the prizes are already listed, and I have some really good stuff I'm super excited to share with you guys. So stay tuned for that. I will be sharing some quilting things next week. I could not fit it in with this week's video, so I will share all of that in next week's video. And I hope everyone has a wonderful quilty and stitchy week. And I will see you guys all in the Wednesday night premiere, or see you in the next video. Bye, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new Flosstube stitching or quilting video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.